Okay, guys. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me and see me well. That's my first stream, so don't blame me too much. Well, so let me just finish up with some things and we'll start. Let me just introduce myself because this is the very first debut stream on Twitch. My name is Ilya, and I'm from Russia, living now in Canada, and I'm working as a software developer for a quite big worldwide company. I would like not to say aloud its name, the first idea is for today was like just to chit chat with someone of you guys, but later I've decided to move right to the coding. So the idea is to immerse myself and you all with React 18, and just wanted to start a new project with with some small idea which I was thinking about for several months. And the stack we will use here will be React itself, React 18, and some of the JS libraries. Also, we will be working on with the backend stuff. I hope so. So let's start. The basic idea was like we have you can see. I hope you can see this website right now. So we just liveatc.net, and it's like a big aggregator of different airport feeds. So here is a list of worldwide airports with their own channels. Here is the rank of top 50 feeds, the most chatty feeds, I would say. So the idea is to make an UI using React and TypeScript to represent these top 50 feeds in a more or less convenient way in order to listen to it. So if we just take, for example, this guy, so CYYZ arrival, it locates in Toronto, Ontario, right, Canada, and we can listen to this airport feed. Okay, I hope we can hear this. So it just there is no any big goal like like for the other big huge open source projects, just to improve skill of myself, and I hope it will be quite interesting for you. So okay, let's start. right from the scratch. For the development in here at home and at my work, I use VS Code, which is quite convenient, and I've been using this tool like for about more than 5 years. In here I've just already predefined the folder with our future project, initialized the Git, and 2 folders here is for server side, so for the backend, and for the front end here will be folder is named like web. And so the first what should be noted, so we can see here these two guys. I will be using 3 different Git repos here. So the first one is located here in the root folder of this project. So LTT stands for listen to the air, like. So the second folder is for the web. So let's go there. It's like web. So here will be the second second repo, and in the third folder, like server, the third repo. Why I did that? Because I don't like to deal with, with inherited or, like repos inside the other repos. I think it is more convenient to use 3 different ones. And that's why in the root Git repo, I put here this git ignore file with 2 ignored folders like server and web. So let's start coding a bit. Okay, let me clear my console. So first of all, we need to install Node.js, and I've already done that a while ago. So I'm using now this version of Node.js, so 18.12.1. And let's start with a brand new project within the web folder. Just need to type here npx create react app, its name, so it will be web in this case, and we will be using TypeScript as I've mentioned before. So we put here just TypeScript, template TypeScript, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, wait. Too fast. Okay. So for now, this script create React app, creating for us a basic structure for our project. It may take some time, by the way. Okay, happy hacking. So, thank you. So let's go to this newly created project just to double check that all the files were created successfully. So here we have just node modules, public, src, where our source code will be, git ignore by default, yep, package.json just for listing for all our packages, and some running scripts like start, build, test, eject. By the way, if you know what it stands for, the eject, I've never used that, to be honest. So let's start with this guy. Okay, let me open the NEU window of this code. Okay, come on, work. Okay. Okay. Maybe that was a bad idea, to be honest, to create Git repo here in the root directory. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just, okay, let's just remove this. So here we have these guys. Okay. Okay, cool. So put here just initial commit on the main branch. Yes. And at the same time, we'll create another branch. It will be called dev. In order to start our development server with React 18, so we just need to type here yarn start. By the way, I'm using yarn for the package management in Node.js. I don't like npm and the other stuff for some reason. Don't blame me. Okay, yarn start, and just to ensure that everything is good and we are set up. Yep. Okay, it's working. Good. So the first steps which we should do here, for my opinion, is to get rid of unnecessary files here. So let's quickly go through all the structure of this project. So node modules, yeah, for sure, is for node modules that we are using right now. So public folder is for public files like different website, web application icons. So the index HTML file. So here we can roughly put here just the name of our application. So let's call it listen to the air. Okay. And let's remove this different useless icon. We can go back here and add any icon we want, but for now, I think it will be a good idea. Okay, save, and we just can see that our project will be recompiled. Okay. Okay, here is the title. Listen to the air. Okay. Okay, let's remove logos and the other stuff. We don't need this. And we need just edit this manifest.json because we don't have any logos and icons here. So okay, remove these icons. Just leave here an empty array. Okay, I think we're done here. So let's double check. Yep. Okay. The next folder is src, so it's for our source codes. So by default, we have this the main component of our application. It's called app.tsx. Why tsx? Because we're using TypeScript here. And what we should do here, so we just remove these redundant logos in style sheets. Just let's create here an empty div. So it is working. Okay, done. So we don't need index CSS also. We don't need logo. And these stupid servers. Okay, who cares about the unit tests, right? So let's just remove this also. And app CSS. Okay, cool. And this import we don't need this. And so we should almost be, yeah, so it's working. So we have only one empty div here. Just our application, that's it. So let's do another initial commit, but with more meaningful message. Okay, for example, just cleaning up. Okay. Cool. So let's go back to our website, to our idea. So what we will be using here. So first of all, we need to obtain the necessary information from this website. So there are two ways we can do that. So the first and the most obvious, I would say, to use Python or our backend, so-called, with something like Beautiful Soap or any web scraper. And the second way is to use just using the plain, well, not plain actually, but use TypeScript. So all the web scraping we are gonna do with TypeScript on our front end without any backend. So if we will need one, we will do this, but later, just in order to, well, improve our skills in web scraping using just only front end. For the UI, I suggest to use MUI. It's a pretty good library with different components like buttons, dialog boxes, etc. It's pretty well defined. It has a huge community. So that is why we will be using here MUI for our look and feel, I would say, but I'm not a designer, you know, so don't expect too much from me regarding this. Also, we will be using Recoil library. It's a special library for the React. So as you may know, or you may don't know, that every React application, or every almost every, would say, JavaScript framework is using application state, right? So application state is for kind of an object, in terms of JavaScript, an object which helps to save the state of your different components in your application. So I mean, different values, different numbers, different structures. And so React mostly using Redux, and but in my opinion, it's quite overwhelmed. In this case, in the simple case, we just need a simple library. We just need to install it and use it in a very plain way. So we React components, each React component has its own application state, but the problem is how to share the state between the different components in your application. For example, if component A have some value with a, I would say with a number, okay, for instance 10, and you want to share this number with the other components. So using plain React, you need to use properties of these components. But in case if you have many child components, many parent components, and wrap components, so it may lead to properties hell, I would say, because you need to propagate all this stuff downside and upside. That is why such libraries are widely used. So to globally share the whole application state. So in order to access to any variable we want in any component, from any component we want. So as a result, MUI, Recoil, and I've just found this library like a Cheerio, Cheer.io, okay, Cheer, just Cheer.io for the web scraping. I didn't know this library, so I see it for the first time. So let's take a look at this guy. Another library that we will be using here is Axios, so HTTP client for our requests, because we need to get the information from this table. Okay, so we're almost ready to go to set up these things. So let's do this. Go to the project folder. Okay, cool. So let's do this in a bunch. So Axios, then we will be using recoil library, then we're gonna use MUI for our look and feel. MUI, where are you? Here. Okay, just copy this string. Okay, perfect. And Chirayo, okay. Okay, Chirayo. Okay, Axios, recoil, MUI, Chirayo. And additionally, I would recommend to install like library is called Lodash. It's a pretty good library, service library, I would say, with a bunch of functions dealing with arrays, objects, slices, mapping, etc. So it's a pretty good library, and I use it almost every day. And let's install. Oh, okay, later maybe. Okay, let's go. That's for a comment message. Okay, installed. Great. And we don't need this guy. Yeah. It's still working, so okay, good. Let's continue. Okay, Axios, Chirayo. Okay, I leave it here because I know this library, so we need to read some documentation for this. MUI, okay, docs, MUI core, material UI, components. Okay, let's start with a simple layout. So the first element will be box. Box is just a simple div, actually, by default, coming from MUI material library. So here we should state that we don't want any paddings or margins. So padding will set 0, and margins will also set 0. Okay, test. Double check. Great. Okay, we have our box component here. Test this. Okay, cool. Or we can start here with a component is called container. So it's almost the same. Okay, I'll leave here just a box. Okay. So let's make a kind of a title here. So it will be header. And title. Listen to the air. Okay. H3, so heading 3. Great. Then let's go to the main section of our application. Here we will be using a grid system provided by MUI. So the idea is to implement here 2 columns. Just the first column on the left will be for our channels list from this website. So here are 50 channels, top chatty channels. Okay. And the second column will be for the player which corresponds to a certain channel, and for the additional information about the airport. Okay. So let's do a grid. This will be a grid container. So justify content will be click start. Line items, click start. We can remove all these properties later if they will be useless. Okay, the first column would be grid will be item access2. So item stands for a column, and access2 stands for its size. So that means access. That means that this guy will be spaced as 2 columns in the 12 columns grid, because MUI using 12 columns grid. So initially we have 12 responsive columns in one row. So that's the maximum. And we are using 2 of these 12 columns here. So on every screen size, it will be spaced like 2 columns. And the second column will be the rest of the space. Okay, grid. Item S6, and here we're going to place here property called margin left. So just in order to make a little spacer between the left column and the right, 12 pixels. Okay, yeah, would be sufficient. So the second column and the first one. Great. Okay. Yeah, on the small screens it looks awful, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. So the first column will be for channels list. Which component I'm gonna use here? I'm not sure. Let's make it just as box initially. And as I understood, this list could be quite long. So we need to implement a kind of a scroll bar here, but to make it a little bit fancier, I suggest to hide this scroll bar on this long list. Okay, let's take a look at the components, MUI components. Okay, button group. That's what we need actually. So maybe this guy. Okay, let's take a look at the implementation. Okay, button group. Okay, maybe this one. Or we can use kind of toggle buttons, because we would like to switch between these air channels. Let's try to find more appropriate component here. Radio group, maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's do this. At least for the very first take, right? Okay, radio group. Okay, let's go. Form control. Form control label. Let's put here kind of, okay, test channel 1. Which component we're going to use? Control radio button. Okay, radio button. Radio. Why it showed this error, by the way? Drop in the placement of the radio switch and check this component. Use this component if you want to display an export label. Okay. Strange. Maybe we should provide label here. Okay, let's try. Test channel 1. Okay, we're done. Test channel 2. Here, here should be two properties. Like the first one is a function to handle the change, to handle the switching between these radio buttons. And the second property is the current value. So what exactly we choose. So value will be a variable here. Const, okay, selected channel. Here we're gonna use a plain React state. So it tells React, so please save the state of this variable within this component. So it will be a string, I guess. So select the channel. That's will be okay. And the second property is what we need here is to handle change, right? Okay, handle on change, yeah, obvious. On change. Handle selected channel. Okay, function here should be event value string. Okay. Handle change. Change event. Okay. Put here as an argument, and here should be two items, by the way. So selected channel and set selected channel. So it works like getter and a setter. So this guy is a function to set this value, state value. Okay, and so in this handle, we receiving this event, which coming from the HTML input element. In our case, it will be a radio button. And each time we click, we change the state. It raises this event on change and passes it into our handle function. And we can set selected channel, and here should be string. String will be like event target value as string. And let's show this application state here in the second column, just to ensure that everything works well. Okay. Selected channel. Oh, sorry. Okay. So it works. Yep. Great. So the other step will be like we should receive all this, the whole list of our airport feeds, right? So it's time to use our Cheer.io library in Axios. Okay. In this list, I guess, we will save into the global application state. So we are going to use recoil here. In order to use recoil, we need to create like a separate file for our application state object. Okay, let's call this items. Inside the items, like will be channels list item TypeScript, and here we should define export const channels list item will be for item. It's coming from the recoil, so item is the global object which serves as a place where we keep all our application values, different objects, values, etc. So let's leave it as is without any specific type. So here we should place two arguments. The first argument will be key, because recoil saves the state as a hash map, and it uses this field for identification. And default value will be just an empty object. Okay. And here should be an import from recoil. Okay, cool. So here we should import our application state here. We want to use this channels list in this component. So const channels list and set channels list. And here, instead of use state, we're gonna use recoil state. Use recoil. And which item we will be using here? Channels list item. Okay. Cool. So it looks almost like a plain state management from React, right? So here is a getter, so channels list with our empty object as by default, and a function which sets our application state. Okay. So let's go through our first request, right? The other feature of the recoil library, by the way, is called like effects. As I remember, it should be an array of effects. So effects is a array of functions which serves like which are triggered when something is happened. So It could be a getter request, like or on set or on get this failure. So in this case, we want to pre-fill this application state with our channels list from the live ATC. So we will be using here a getter effect in order to tell recoil, please give us this list, and in order to use it later, like so we will receive the full list of this top 50 channels just along with our application loading, right? So, but unfortunately, I don't remember syntax. So let me just, let's Google this, okay? Recoil effects. Okay. Here is the specification. So, we are going to use this side effect like an initializer, right, of our atom. So let's use in this way. Set self. Okay. Wrong. How to define the effects, by the way. Okay. I'm a bit confusing. Yeah, sure. We sure pass here just arguments we want to use here. So be trigger and on set, right? Perfect. And if trigger will be get. Then we should set our value, right? And on set self. Not on set, but set self. Okay. Set self. Okay, test. Okay. And here, let's double check with our lovely p tag. Okay, channels list will be like test. Does not exist in type. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, let's create kind of an interface for this. Okay, and use this interface like for the item typing. So default will be an empty string. And this type we should use here is recoil state iChannels list. Import, great, and here test. What we are expecting is the error, right? Not here, but here. Nothing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to add the recoil root because without this component, recoil won't be working at all. For sure. Okay. Are you happy? Yes, test. So that is exactly what we want to achieve here. So obtaining the full top 50 channels list on the fly. So it works, and so here we can apply Axios to get from first of all to get this page as HTML, right? Okay, get this guy. So then result will be typed as Axios result. Oh, Axios, sorry, the result, but Axios response. for sure. Yep. So, and let's check this like in a classical way to show in our console what we are getting here. Result data. Okay. Just without any error handling, just for this time. Let's take a look at our console. Oh. Okay. Why? Course policy. Okay. Another problem. How to avoid course policy here? Maybe we can use here fetch instead of Axios. Fetch JS. Like this guy. Okay, let's try. Instead of Axios. Okay. This URL. So then and response. Is it the function? Yeah. Really? I think so. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Axios is blocked by course policy. So how to avoid Stack Overflow will help anyone, right? No. So let's try this header. Let's give it a try. No. Strange. So this header should work, but we don't achieve the desirable result, right? Maybe because of HTTPS, by the way. Maybe. Let's look in the details, right? Okay. JSON. Okay, let's try this config also. I'm not sure. It helps a lot. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. JS get request HTTPS. No, it doesn't help actually. No. What we are gonna do? Not sure. It sucks actually. Why we cannot implement a simple GET request to HTTPS? Okay. We get stuck. So we get stuck and I'm gonna suck. Just joking, yeah. Any ideas? Any ideas? I don't know. Okay, guys, give me just 4-5 minutes for a short break. Be right back soon. So, okay, see you in 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so. Okay, I'm back. I hope you're still watching. So what we are gonna do with this course issue, I'm not sure. Okay, let's take a look. Can we, by the way, can we pass this secure protocol? I'm not sure, but just give it a try. No. No. Unfortunately, no. No access control allow origin header is present. But okay. Okay, no access at all. So nevertheless, we should deal with HTTPS. Why it's not present? Access control allow origin. Yeah. Access control allow origin here. Okay. But I don't give up. Sorry. Let's take a look at network. Headers. Accept. Okay. Screw this config. Okay, response type text. Let's try this config. No. Okay, how to avoid it's for Google Maps. So in this case, probably we should use a proxy, but maybe it was a really, really bad idea. Or maybe we can write our own server side using Python, but in this case, for sure we can write some code. And to be honest, I've done it once before using beautiful soap, Python, fast API, and I guess that's it. That's all I use. Okay, for sure we can switch to the backend. But it won't be so, I'm afraid it won't be so interesting for you because in this case it will be like predefined, you know, because I've already done it and we just can go through my code and I can explain every string, almost every string that I wrote. Or we can build up something like an Express.js server and try okay, let's try, why not? Let's go. Okay, server. Okay, let's build our own. Let's build an Express.js server. Okay. Okay. Okay, the very blank project. So yarn init. Oh, sorry. This way. And we can start with this. Types node. TypeScript. Let's do the initialization with this command, just like okay. Here is the default TypeScript config. Is everything in place? Mm-hmm. Here we need a git ignore file. Okay, perfect. Here will be scripts. So def will be like yarn tsc index ts. and node index.js. Folder build. So we need to specify this folder as an output in our test config JSON. Okay. Our directory, so it will be build. Okay, let's go to Express 5. Interesting. Okay. It's marked like beta version, but maybe it is a good idea to use Express 5. Maybe. Okay, why not? Let's install this guy. What? Why? Okay, we're done. Okay, let's try. Express from here we have the first error. So we should install the types of Express library. Yarn add cool. Server Express. Okay, let's call this another server application. Okay. App listen. Okay. Localhost on port 7000. And app get path. Okay, it will be root. request response. So request. Return string. Let's press. In here, my feeling is that we need to disable course policy here. Okay. Spread disable course. Okay, like a middleware, right? So, okay, let's do this. We are in add course policy. Then we should courses for course policy. And we should add add types for course middleware. Okay. And here we should place abuse like here, right? Oh, just course and that's it. Okay. Okay. This guy. And just listen on the port 7000. Delete. Okay, delete. Okay, let's try to compile. Why not? Yep. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's why. It's set to true, by the way. It's set to true. No, it doesn't allow us to compile this into plain JS, but yes, module interrupt. But we've placed here. Okay. Synthetic default imports. And let's ignore build. No. Export E, namespace, core express. No. That's crap. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Sources. That's the should be default. Default, yeah. Okay. Same issue. Okay. Can be only default import when using the. Okay. These two flags are on, so they are true. Basically true. What the heck? Goddamn JS. That's pretty annoying, guys. Unbelievable. But this... It's set to true. Maybe we can try to build up with this TypeScript config. Okay, but without JS6. Kind of. Let's try to compile. No. Skip lib check. It's set it true. Let's try again. No. But to be honest, I feel that we cannot pass this issue. And the most painful part that I know the reason why is that so we're set up, completely set up. We're finished with our tsconfig JSON, the other libraries, right? But it doesn't work for some reason. Build. Again and again. Like running in the circles, right? What the heck? Okay. No, no effect at all. Node, yeah, correct. Allow synthetic default imports. Correct. It's here. Yes, module interop here. Finally. But what the heck with the output directory? I don't know why it's not placed all of our output files into this directory. Just build. Okay. Where is placed? Okay. No, I give up, guys. I give up, at least for today. Well, so thank you all for watching me and for this maybe stupid mistake. I don't know. So I hope next time I will show you a solution for this issue. And we will continue to develop this live-atc parser for the airport channels. So thanks for watching, and till the next time, I guess. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye.